Well, agriculture parks here in China play an important role in agricultural modernization and are seen as a good way to supplement the income of local farmers. For example, the city of Ya'an in southwest China's Sichuan province has developed its local fishery with some cutting-edge technology. CGTN's Zheng Songwu has more.
Tianquan County is located in Ya'an, a city in southwest China's Sichuan province. They opened a cold water fishery as early as 2010 by building a modern agriculture park. There are now more than 2 million kilograms of fish here at this agriculture park.
Because of the quality of water and the high-tech method of feeding, sturgeons here can grow up to 200 kilograms. And this was over 40 kilograms. It's really heavy.
There are over 270 circular fish ponds in this park, occupying about 44 acres. Unlike traditional quadrate fish ponds, these circular ponds can make the most of the land they take up. In this park, crew members breed fish by providing flowing water derived from a nearby snow-capped mountains. They also equipped these ponds with intelligent tech gadgets, which greatly improve the breeding density and survival rate of the fish.
Our sewage system is automatic. The clean water goes into the pond automatically, and the sewage comes out automatically. When it comes to feeding, with the help of our intelligent system, we can feed the fish at any time, any place, and on any scale. We can also monitor the quality of the water and oxygen levels in real time.
The sturgeons here are about 10 years old and are bred to produce caviar. Staff here must finish dissecting the sturgeons within 15 minutes to keep the caviar fresh. The park produced 40 tons of caviar in 2021, which were sold to more than 30 countries such as Russia, Japan, Canada, and America, accounting for 10% of the global market. Even though these sturgeons are well looked after by this high-quality tech, it is believed that there's still room for improvement.
There is still a problem when using the automatic feeding system. It's up to us to tell the feeding system to stop, as the system has no idea when the fishes are full. We hope that in the next 5 years we can address this issue with the feeding systems, possibly through image recognition technology.
With the help of the modern agriculture park, the cold water fish industry has become stable in Tianquan County's agricultural industry. There are now more than 120 acres dedicated to these fish breeding farms throughout the county. It's established that more than 1,600 households benefit from this industry, and their per capita disposable income is at almost 20,000 yuan, which is almost $3,000 US. Zheng Songwu, CGTN. Sichuan province.
And for more on China's agriculture sector and rural development, let's bring in Zhiqin, Senior Research Fellow at the Chongyang Institute for Financial Studies at the Renmin University of China. Mr. Liu, so from the No.1 central document that was unveiled yesterday, we see that China's emphasis on food security and retaining firm control over its own food supply, that is absolutely unwavering. So I feel consistently guaranteeing the food security of over 1.4 billion people is definitely no small feat. Talk to us about how China is able to feed nearly 20% of the world's population with just 9% of the world's arable land.
Frankly speaking, in the past 70 years, China has tried its best to feed its population. As we know that China's population remains always as the #1 in the world. And nowadays, we see that the 1.4 billion people occupy the 20% of the world population. Only we have arable land, only 9%. We have several measures, of course, to deal with the challenges. First, that we have multiple manners to have the food security supply chain. We have also diversified the food supply chain in the past years. For instance, we have different supply products, for instance, the grain, wheat, potato, or even corn and soya beans, and plus the edible oil crops. Together with all this, that we can really satisfy the need of this huge population. Of course, we have also some side products like meat, milk, vegetables, and other compounded food in order to meet that amount of the market. So this is why we see that in the past 20 or 30 years, we see that China's rural areas developed so well because we have the real good policy to support the ruralization and the rural development. And the rural modernization in China is really in the processing. That the major challenge is still the food security. Also for this year, this is still remains as a big challenge.
Yeah. And the No.1 central document has put the focus on agriculture and rural area work for 19 straight years now. The document said China aims to enhance grain production. We know, again, the full year target for this year's grain production is over 650 billion kilograms. So what measures are China undertaking to further boost grain output? I'm assuming technology and innovation has to play a role in this.
I believe that we have adopted two major measures, very important and the key factors to support China's economy. The first measure is very fundamental, that to safeguard a good qualified land, because as we know, a good land will have a good harvest in any country, especially for China. So that's why our government has already set up a target that we were nurturing, that will more protect the 6.67 million hectares that high quality land. And also we have to protect 5.3 million black soil. That we know that the black soil in China is very important, especially in the northeast part of China. They have a really very enriched resources to produce the high quality of crops and also rice and wheat. So that's why the fundamental policy that we should maintain and keep and protect a high quality soil in order to get a high quality product. Secondly, we have adopted very positive measures to promote, to safeguard, or the enthusiasm of the farmers to do farming works. Nowadays, as we know, the urbanization and the ruralization, both many people trying to leave the rural areas, come to the cities. But nowadays, the central government has put its all efforts to promote all these farmers that stay in the rural areas, that we have subsidies and also we have different measures to support their lives and their works there. That means that the enthusiasm of the farmers are very important key, except the other factors like the soil quality and other policies. But to do farmers more enthusiasm is a very important factor to support the further development of our rural industry.
Okay, so safeguarding the land, make sure China has high quality land for farming, as well as incentivizing farmers to stay in the countryside. Those will be absolutely key in order to secure China's agricultural work going forward. All right, we're going to leave it there. Many thanks for your thoughts on this, Mr. Zhiqin, Senior Research Fellow at the Chongyang Institute for Financial